What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mind Hiking Podcast. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and sorry, but today's kind of a in-your-face, kind of upbeat, aggressive episode. But I think we all need it, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'm looking forward to this one. Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome, everyone. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and here we dive deep into difficult questions. We'll map out thoughts, theories, and crazy ideas for the love of knowledge and growth. So, how do we answer some of the mind's toughest questions? This is the Mind Hiking Podcast. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mind Hiking Podcast. I'm your host, Brody Frye, and today I got myself an ice-cold Corona and lime. Fuck yeah. Cheers. Oh, that is absolutely delicious. Hits the spot after a long, hard week. Today, I want to talk to you guys about doing what you want to do. It's like, I feel like I have to stress this kind of thing a lot, but people get so stuck in their ruts, in their ways, and just become afraid just because they're in their comfort zone. They're in the spot that they feel familiar, and they're afraid to venture out and try new things. I think it's so important to try new things, to just branch out, do something. If you have something in your mind that you want to do, or somewhere that you want to go, or something that you want to try, just do it, because we don't have forever. Our lives are so short, and it's just like the older we're getting, the faster time seems to go, and you can't get that back. You're spending your time, and everything that you do, you're spending your time doing it. And it's not like money, because you can spend money and you can make that back. But if you spend time, you will never, ever get that back. So spend it wisely. Spend it on what you want to do. Even if that's your job. Even if you hate your job and you don't want to do your job, don't do it. Don't be there. If you don't want to do that, why are you spending so much time in a day doing something you don't want to do? We got to just get these programs out of our head, and we just got to like flush all this nonsense that we've been programmed out of our heads, and just live for yourself. Get these programs out of your head. Get all these words from everybody that's told you how you're supposed to live your life out of your head, and start living your life. There's so much structure in place. There's so much words and media and just voices and photos and videos and things just being pumped into your brain, and it's all just like just separate yourself from that and just think. Like, if you're somebody that surrounds yourself with a lot of activity, or like are scrolling on like TikTok or Instagram a lot, and just consuming media, or even if you're just consuming a lot of activity, like you're around a lot of people, if your job, your profession, you're around a lot of people, it's really stimulating. I'd say just take some time and just get away for a little bit. Take some time and just figure yourself out. Just give yourself time to let that water settle. It's like a muddy jar. Like you fill up, like you get some mud in a jar and you fill it up with water and you shake it up. And then it's just like murky liquid in there. And that's just like your life right now, full of chaos and clutter and media just being pumped in there. Every dirt particle is another idea shared with you, or another voice that you hear in your head, or another video that you've seen, or something else going on, something else chaotic in your life. And on top of that, the invisible stuff like the currents and the way that the water is pushing those things around. There's so much pre-programming and just information in our brains. Just take time to take your little jar and just set it preferably in the woods somewhere. Go out or in nature, maybe on a beach somewhere, but anywhere away, anywhere you feel comfortable. If you're in a city or something, just go to your little reading nook or something. Everybody's got a spot. There's got to be a spot. And if you don't have one, step one, get yourself a spot. You got to get a spot somewhere in your life. But get a spot, go to it, and just calm that. Calm your shit. Just calm yourself down. Just get yourself under control. Just take your shit and get it together. And eventually you'll see your little jar after you give it time, even though it's hard, and it's going to feel weird because everything's sitting there stirring around. That current in the water is still mixing and churning. Your brain is still churning and mixing and jumping from idea to idea because so much happened. And partially, I think that's what sleep forces us to do, is to process everything. Sleep and dreams. I feel like a part of it. There's so much depth to it. And I have a couple episodes, really early episodes on those. But I think it's probably time I revamp some of those. But I think part of those, like sleep and dreams, is forcing you to process all this chaotic information that we're having stuffed down our throats and letting that murky water settle out a little bit. But you set that jar aside for long enough and you get crystal clear water and your silty, muddy layer on the bottom, and everything's clear through it. And that's what needs to happen. It's not going to solve any of your problems, but it'll make you see clearly. It'll get your head straight and clear. So find yourself a spot, get your shit figured out. Once you're to that point, or not even just get your shit figured out, get yourself to a point where you can see your issues objectively. Get yourself to a point where you're not firing ideas like boom, 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 like a spark plug. Make sure you can see and think clearly. Find your little spot. Get yourself to that point where you can think clearly. And that can take different time lengths for anybody. But get yourself there and just... It's so important to escape. But you get yourself to that spot and you'll see how quickly you'll be able to see clearly and find solutions to your problems. It's like magic. It's amazing. But it's so important to find that time and to figure your life out. And then you can start taking risks, taking chances, doing things that you want to actually do. Because life is not long enough. And there's so much out there. And I've said before, that's why majority of people aren't professionals at one thing, because professionals focus so much attention on one specific thing, which is fine. And I used to think that way a lot, but now I'm thinking maybe it's a richer life if you branch out and experience the fullness of life branched out rather than a focal point. Like focusing on one specific needle thing and going deep. Maybe just branch out and try things. You're never going to be stellar at any one thing. You could be good at a bunch of things, like a jack of all trades, master of none, but you're experiencing the fullness that life has to offer. And why not? Why not do that? Why not experience? Be a human being, do things, try things, go out and so what? Fuck everybody that has these social constructs or the cultural norms. Fuck that. Do what you want to do. There's so much nonsense pre-programming, and everybody that gives you that information is just following society, following this stupid bullshit structure, and everybody that's telling you what to do or giving you these ideas are just as clueless as everybody else. So if you feel like you want to do something or try something, then do it. Do it. Just try it. If you have a business idea, or you have a trip that you've been wanting to do, or you got something that you want to do, serve in some sort of a way, like, just muster up the courage and do it. There's something very, like, large and like looming over us when we approach our dreams. There's like a big shadowy figure that's standing in front of us, like an imaginary guard right at our dream's doorway, and it keeps us from entering. And it's just a sad thing, because that steers away so many people. You just gotta muster up that courage and just open that door anyways, because it's just a shadow. It's nothing. It's literally, it's like, maybe this shadow is just words you've heard growing up, words of, like, discouraging words. Maybe that's what this shadow is. It's just a big mountain of discouraging words you heard growing up, and you just gotta, sometimes you just gotta close your eyes and la 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 your way through it. Sometimes that's what it takes. But in a lot of times, like, situations that I find myself in, like this, where I know I want to do something, but like everything is telling me don't do it, but I want to. Just like, there's so many voices of like childhood or like other people that just like are giving you opinions, but are nowhere near where you want to be in life. And it's just interesting how everybody's a critic, and everybody has something to say about something. Everybody can tell you exactly what you're doing wrong, but they can't figure out their own life. So figure it out for yourself and don't take their word for it. Learn, do, experience things for yourself. Do what you want to do, and just muster up that courage, break down that door, and go for it. You'd be amazed on what's on the other side. Most of the time, you'll be so surprised. You'd be, I mean, worst case scenario, you're right back where you were and you didn't get anywhere. But there's a very good chance that you'll wind up exactly where you want to. And I think it's worth that risk. Like I said, it's much easier said than done, but especially with these, like, this imaginary guardian at this door of your mind. But we don't live long enough to dance around these mind games. We don't live long enough to play these stupid games and hem and haw and go back and forth, and whether or not I should do this, and then find yourself at 55 years old wondering why you didn't take a risk while you could. And that's a sad thing. Or even worse, on your deathbed wondering why I didn't even try. Why didn't I even try? Isn't it worth a try? It's your dreams we're talking about here. Isn't that worth a try? Just because this social construct tells you that that's a bad idea or that's different. Like, aren't your dreams worth something to you? Why not give them a try? Why not try? Just do it. Just push yourself. I think it's so funny how it's so, like, popular to be a rebel and just, like, be rebellious. Like, it's a cool thing to be rebellious, but you look around the world and everybody is rebellious. Everybody thinks that they're so rebellious, and they just, like, are so, like, oh, I'm going to be myself and be different. And, like, there is nothing more common than being rebellious and being different. That's not, I think this is all just a facade. I think it's all just made up bullshit. I think everybody is just, like, putting on a show for other people. I think they do that because it's cool to be rebellious. I think they make up these stories about themselves because they want to put up this facade. And I think those are the kind of people that aren't digging deep. I think those are the kind of people that are looking at society and subconsciously realizing that this is going to get them somewhere if they can put on this rebellious look. And if you look at them from the grand scheme of things, they're doing exactly what everybody else is. Do something different. Do something you. Try something that is actually you. You'll know. You do know. And maybe your subconscious isn't even telling your conscious self because you know your conscious self isn't going to react the right way. Maybe your conscious self will even suppress you. Maybe that looming guardian at your dream's door is your conscious self. Maybe you are the shadowy figure. And maybe that's not necessarily the real you. Maybe it's just the walls or the exoskeleton of you that you've built around yourself based off of your inputs from the rest of the world. And that's a sad thing. And it sucks. And sometimes this world is not a nice place, and it's not a it's just like a beautiful garden. You don't think that beautiful garden had struggles? We all do. It's funny how some seeds just do better than others. And another thing that's even funnier is you can get seeds that are just in dog shit soil. Well, actually, dog shit soil would be good for seeds. Lots of nitrogen. But anyways, bad analogy. You could get seeds that are planted in not good soil, and they could be just gorgeous, beautiful, strong plants. And you can get other seeds planted in the same stuff, and they're just like shriveled up pieces of shit. You can get other ones in perfectly fertilized to the T what that plant needs for nutrients, soil, and it might not even pop out of its shell. It might not even sprout. And then you can get other ones that do mediocre, do good, but it's just amazing. It depends on the seed itself, and that's you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's hopeful, because it doesn't matter what your situation is. Like, everybody's had just a shitty upbringing. Everybody thinks that they've got the worst upbringing, or like they've had the most trauma. And I know some stories of some people that are like, that'll just blow you away. That like shit you see in movies are worse. Like, how is that humanly possible and imaginable? But just the amazing person that they've become is just absolutely outstanding and crazy. And then you see people that, my parents got divorced, and it just scarred me so much. It's like fucking 50 to 60% of us have divorced parents. So grow up. It's just like, you can't play this. You're wasting your life is what you're doing. When you're complaining or playing the victim, you're wasting your life. And there's way too much to experience, and nowhere near enough time to experience it to be complaining and playing the woe is me victim card. Get out there and live your life. I know you got things that you want to do. I know you got desires. I know you got plans. I know you got goals. I know you got dreams. Live them. Go get them. It's about just waking up in the morning, even though you're still tired, or your head hurts, or your stomach hurts. You still get out of bed, and you just keep going. You just keep chipping away. Everybody's head hurts. Everybody's got a stomach ache. Everybody wants to feel special. Everybody wants to feel like, oh, but my symptoms are actually diagnosed. I have this. It's amazing the random diseases and mental disorders that just keep popping up. It's just like, why, as time goes on, are we finding more and more of these mental disorders and stuff? It's not like they weren't there before. We're just, if you want to say that they're all real, and sure they might be, and we're just, you'd have to go about it this way, where we're just now discovering them. It's not like they haven't been there before, if they exist at all. So with that said, everybody that's ever lived has also gone through this. You can't say that this is the first case of anybody's ever had of this. Like, how far have we come as humanity with all this shit? And now we're just playing the victim. And it's so common to play the victim, but everybody also wants to, it's like popular to be a rebellious tough guy, but also when it comes down to it, woe is me and my tummy hurts. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for that. Wake up, get out of bed, and go get it. Do it. Follow your dreams. Do what you want to do. Live your life. And more people than not are going to tell you that it's stupid, or tell you that you shouldn't, or look down on you, or talk bad about you, or talk behind your back. And you can just watch where that takes them as you climb away from them. Just keep focusing on you. Listen to that voice in your head and just keep pushing on. I know you guys can do it. And you'll see, it's the most satisfying thing in the world to just accomplish something great, or accomplish something that you didn't think that you could. It's just so satisfying. You feel like you're on top of the world. You feel like you're in paradise. You feel like it's just like you're just coasting afterwards. You accomplish something that you didn't think you could, and it's just that feeling afterwards. It's like, fuck yes, let's party. It's just such a amazing feeling, and I think we all need that. And it's not just given out. You absolutely need to earn that. And I think it's more and more common that people aren't. Maybe that's where depression is increasing in society today, because we're not driven enough and we're not motivated enough to be able to accomplish what we are afraid of or don't think we can. And then we don't get those dopamine hits of accomplishment, like, fuck yeah, I did that, and I didn't think I could, but I did it anyways. No, I think we suppress ourselves, or we talk ourselves down, or everybody else talks each other down, and then we just give into those negative voices. And the negativity is always stronger than the positivity. If you put like two super happy people together and two super down and like miserable people together, just a group of 4 people, by the end of a given amount of time, everybody in the group is going to be pissed off, or like if you get like 2 angry people and 2 happy people together, like a group of 4 or whatever, just an easy numbers, easy example. Obviously everybody's going to be pissed off by the end of a given amount of time. It doesn't go the other way. It's harder to be a positive, upbeat, happy person. And that's like a societal trend. It's just like the negativity, and it's just like suppresses you and just makes you feel down. And then that kind of translates over your goals and dreams, and then your inner voice, and then you just start giving up, and then you don't get those just rewards, the mental rewards of accomplishment. And plus it doesn't help all the amount of voices, the vast number too, because like if you're talking like 18, like even early 1900s, and like, or just like any time before like telephones and social media, especially, that just changed everything. But how many people did you see in a day? How many people did you talk to in a day? If you were a farmer, you'd be lucky to talk to 3 or 4 people in a day, on any given day. And you don't have to deal with everybody's bullshit, and you can focus on your own mental goals and just keep chipping away. And and just think you're doing the right thing. And you have no idea if you're doing the right thing or if your idea is stupid, but you just do it anyways because nobody told you any different and you don't know any better. And maybe it was a dream of yours. And since nobody told you couldn't do it, you did it because you didn't know any better. But now you got social media and everybody around you telling you can't do it. And that gets to your head. So I don't know. You got to surround yourself with the right people, or you're better off just being alone as long as there's nobody negative around you. It's a very, very tough thing to do, but there's not enough time to be playing games. We're not here long enough, which sucks, but do what you want to do. Focus on your dreams and goals and go after them. Don't play the victim. We don't have time for that. And just go get it, guys. I know you can. Sorry, this is kind of a in-your-face aggressive episode, but I really just want to motivate you guys and get you guys up and going, because I know each and every person has somewhere or something that they want to do or somewhere they want to go, and you can all do it. Don't listen to society and the negative people around you. Just do it. Just go. We don't have enough time. Just go get it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this Wednesday's bonus episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and got some good information out of it. Hopefully I helped kind of move you guys, get you guys up and going. And yeah, that'd be awesome. So if somebody needs to hear this that you know, please, follow, share it around, tell somebody about it, and just biggest thing, spread the word, because that really helps the podcast grow. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and got something out of it. So thank you so much for all your love and support. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys on Monday. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.